It's 2009. Two entrepreneurs, Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp, are stuck in Paris, frustrated that they can't hail a cab. They come up with an idea. Tap a button, get a ride. Thus, Uber is born.
Hey!
Fast forward to today, Uber is the global leader in ride-hailing, delivering millions of rides every day. But behind the sleek app and 5-star ratings, being Uber is far from glamorous. Here's why it sucks to be Uber. First up, the scandals. Oh, the scandals. Uber has faced everything from allegations of a toxic workplace culture to lawsuits over unfair labor practices. Every time they try to move forward, another controversy pulls them back. Being Uber means constantly navigating PR disasters while trying to stay on the road. And then there's the driver problem. Uber calls its drivers partners, but many of them feel more like exploited workers. Low pay, lack of benefits, and the constant pressure to maintain a high rating make driving for Uber a thankless job. Drivers are the backbone of the company, but they're also its loudest critics. Let's talk about the rating system. Sure, it's a way to keep everyone accountable, but it's also a massive source of stress.
Ay, ay, ay!
Drivers live in fear of being deactivated over a low rating, and passengers worry about losing their perfect 5-star status. It's like a popularity contest on steroids. Oh, and the surge pricing. Uber's dynamic pricing model is great for maximizing profits.
Money, this, money, that.
But it's terrible for customer goodwill. Need a ride during rush hour or a rainstorm? Prepare to pay 3 times the normal fare. Customers love to complain about surge pricing, and Uber takes the heat every time. Let's not overlook the competition. Sure, Uber is a global giant, but it's constantly battling rivals like Lyft, Bolt, and Didi. In some markets, the competition is so fierce that Uber ends up pulling out altogether. Staying on top in the ride-hailing industry is like playing a game of whack-a-mole, but the moles are other apps. And then there's the legal landscape. From fights over driver classification to city regulations banning ride-hailing altogether, Uber's legal team is perpetually busy. Every new market comes with its own set of rules, and breaking those rules often lands Uber in hot water. Speaking of breaking rules, let's talk about the gray ball scandal. Uber was caught using software to evade regulators in cities where they weren't supposed to operate. It was a bold move, but it also led to massive fines and even more bad press. Being Uber means pushing boundaries and sometimes falling flat on your face. Let's not forget the autonomous vehicle debacle. Uber poured billions into self-driving technology, only to fall behind competitors like Waymo. A fatal accident involving an autonomous Uber didn't help matters. The dream of a driverless future is still alive, but for Uber, it's a slow and expensive road. And how about Uber Eats? Sure, food delivery is a booming business, but it's also a logistical nightmare. From keeping restaurants happy to dealing with delivery drivers who cancel orders mid-route, Uber Eats is a constant juggling act. It's like running a restaurant without the kitchen. Oh, and the public perception. Uber used to be the cool, disruptive startup. Now, it's often seen as a greedy corporate giant that underpays its drivers and dodges regulations.
You what?
Being Uber means trying to convince the world you're still the good guy, even when the headlines say otherwise. Let's talk about profitability. Despite its massive revenue, Uber is still struggling to turn a consistent profit. Investors are growing impatient, and the pressure to cut costs while expanding services is relentless. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket while running a marathon. And then there's the tech issues. Sure, the app is sleek and user-friendly, but when it goes down, chaos ensues. Drivers miss rides, passengers are stranded, and social media explodes with complaints. Keeping the tech running smoothly is a constant battle. Speaking of battles, let's not forget the internal drama. From boardroom power struggles to executive scandals, Uber's corporate culture has been anything but smooth. Being Uber means dealing with internal politics while trying to steer the company forward. And then there's the global expansion headache. Operating in over 70 countries sounds impressive, but it also means navigating a maze of languages, currencies, and local customs. What works in New York might fail miserably in Tokyo. Being Uber means constantly adapting to survive. Oh, and the environmental criticism. Ride-hailing services like Uber have been accused of increasing traffic congestion and carbon emissions. Even with initiatives like Uber Green, the company struggles to shake its reputation as an eco-villain. It's hard to be green when your business model relies on gas-guzzling cars. Let's not forget the safety concerns. Uber has faced lawsuits and public outrage over incidents involving both drivers and passengers. The company has implemented safety features like in-app emergency buttons, but the damage to its reputation is hard to undo. Being Uber means constantly trying to reassure users that they're safe. Let's not overlook the cultural clash. Uber operates in so many different countries that adapting to local customs is an ongoing challenge. In some markets, ride-hailing faces backlash from traditional taxi unions, while in others, it's seen as a symbol of Western corporate overreach. Balancing these dynamics is like trying to steer a ship in a storm. And then there's Uber's diversification headache. The company's expansion into areas like Uber Freight and even helicopter rides sounds innovative, but it also spreads resources thin. Trying to dominate so many sectors at once often feels more like a distraction than a strategy. Oh, and the gig economy debate. Uber is one of the poster children for the gig economy, but that's not always a compliment. Critics argue that the company's business model exploits workers by avoiding traditional employment obligations. Being Uber means walking a fine line between innovation and exploitation.
What?
And how about the customer expectations? Riders expect five-star service every time, even though they are often paying less than what a cab ride would cost. Drivers are expected to be tour guides, therapists, and navigators, all while making sure not to spill the rider's coffee. It's a lot of pressure for everyone involved. Let's talk about the brand trust issues. After years of scandals and controversies, Uber is still trying to rebuild its reputation. Even with initiatives like safety features and community guidelines, regaining public trust is a slow process. It's like trying to clean a foggy window with a wet napkin. And then there's the rise of alternative transportation. From e-scooters to bike-sharing programs, urban commuters have more options than ever. Uber now competes not just with other ride-hailing apps, but also with entirely different modes of transport. Staying relevant means constantly reinventing the wheel, literally. Despite all this, Uber keeps driving forward. They're doubling down on technology, expanding into new markets, and rethinking their business model for the future. But every mile they travel comes with new bumps in the road. Being Uber might look like a smooth ride on the surface, but behind the scenes, it's anything but. So there you have it. Behind the sleek app and the promise of rides at your fingertips, Uber is a company grappling with scandals, competition, and relentless pressure to innovate. Next time you book a ride, just remember, somewhere out there, Uber is trying to keep the wheels turning while dealing with more drama than a daytime soap opera. And that, my friends, is why it sucks to be Uber.